The record is poor. Lots of defeats, 4 defeats in the last 8 games, a couple of draws against Swansea and Liverpool as well. Lost at West Bromwich Albion at the weekend.
But is that the correct way to look at it? Because I think if you look at anything in football in the short term and make changes on short-term results, you're not going to succeed. I think you only have to look at the most successful team out there, Man United. Fergie was there from 86 to 90 before he won a trophy. And then it was 7 years before he won a league title, which Man United were craving for. I think hadn't done it for 25 years. So, you know, you've got to get, if you're looking to build something at a football club, you've got to give the manager a bit of time. Now, if you go back a year, where Chelsea were under AVB, they were a club in turmoil. And I don't think anyone in their wildest dreams would have said, whoever it is that comes in is going to win you the FA Cup and win you the European Cup. That should have bought you time. They're sitting 3rd in the league right now. I just think it stinks of people who don't really understand football making football decisions. That's how it appears to me. Because if they think that there's anyone out there that can come in and wave a magic wand and make them Barcelona overnight, they're absolutely off their rocker. It just doesn't work like that.
Well, it sounds like the person they're going to ask to do just that is Rafa Benitez, Michael. We understand he may even be taking training in the morning. What sort of qualities would he bring to the club?
Well, I was with Rafa Benitez for about a month or so before I left for Real Madrid. I mean, the first crossing I had was when I played for Liverpool against his Valencia team, and I always remember vividly coming off at the end of the game and speaking to the lads and saying, you know, that was the hardest game we've ever played. You couldn't see a forward pass. I couldn't get into any gaps or spaces, and it was just so hard to play against one of his teams. And then he took over, and it was exactly how we all thought it was going to be. You know, really working on defensive shape and you know, a lot of midfield work. You know, where to press, where to stand. I'm not, you know, a lot of people are saying that Pep Guardiola is obviously Abramovich's first choice. Whether it's a stopgap for that, who knows? But I don't know. Part of me is saying I'm questioning whether he's the right man, put it that way, for Chelsea. I mean, he'll organise them well, but I don't know. I think they've got a lot of creative flair, and I'm not quite sure whether he's the right man.
So he will do the same thing that Robbie did when he took over, because Robbie was also defensively all the time. It was not pretty, because he came half-time. He told him, okay, just do that. And they were luckily, you know, to go through, and they won the Champions League. And then all of a sudden, they said, okay, we have to. Brummies gave him the assignment to play more attractive football, bought also the players for it. But it, like you say, it doesn't come over.
It doesn't happen.
But it also begs the question, look, Scolari, Mourinho, Ancelotti, why would Pep Guardiola want to go with a club that dispatches its managers off so quickly?
You get paid very well, and it would appear that it doesn't damage your CV if you've worked there and got the sack. But I think there's another way to look at it. If it is Rafa, I mean, I don't think it's any secret that Roman Abramovich bought Torres. It was his man, he wanted him. Fernando Torres has not worked out for him. If you look at Rafa Benitez and what he managed to get out of Fernando Torres in his time at Liverpool, he was a player at Liverpool. And maybe there's an element, well, I'll get him in, he will get the best out of Fernando Torres, and I'll be proven right that he's a proper player, Fernando. But I just find that amazing. I think you'd have to search long and hard to find a sacking near this one.
Okay. Champions League winner less than 6 months ago. Let's cross live to the Etihad Stadium, shall we? Gary Neville is already in position there. Evening to you, Gary. That's pretty much the revolving managerial door at Stamford Bridge. It's quite a contrast to Euro for Manchester United, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I agree with what the lads are saying. It's a ridiculous situation. A few points off the top of the league. I think he can get 10 points in the Champions League group if he beats Nordsjælland in the last game, and to not go through with 10 points is something that's happened here at City last year. It's unfortunate. He's in a good group with good teams, but that's what you expect at Chelsea. I don't think it should be any surprise to anybody. You got the feeling that it was only going to last as long as the owner really gets bored with it and then wants somebody else in, and he's done the same as he's done many times before.